Welcome to another deep dive. Today, we're taking you to Tokyo. But maybe not the Tokyo you first picture. Forget the flashing lights of Shibuya for a moment.
Yeah, or the temples of Asakusa.
Exactly. We're heading somewhere else.
Yeah,
To Komazawa. It looks like a pretty quiet residential neighborhood mostly.
right. Unassuming.
But we've been digging into some really fascinating sources, and they show Komazawa as, well, much more than meets the eye.
Definitely. There's history layered right into the daily life there. Lots of surprising spots, hidden gems, really.
So our mission today is to kind of unpack that for you.
Yeah, trace those historical threads and show how they pop up in places you can actually, visit today, like a guide to seeing Tokyo with deeper understanding.
Okay, let's jump right in. Our first stop takes us way back. Edo period.
Mm-hmm.
Before it was houses and apartments, Komazawa was mostly fields, forests,
Open land.
but used for something very specific, very high status. It was a takaba, a hawk hunting ground.
Yeah, for the Tokugawa shoguns themselves,
Hmm?
and powerful daimyo lords, too.
Can you imagine? Shoguns on horseback, falcons on their arms, sweeping across these very lands.
It's quite a picture. And the name Komazawa even hints at it. Koma, meaning horse, and zawa, like a wetland or field.
Horses galloping across the fields. Makes sense.
And it wasn't just for hunting. It was strategically placed, too, right on the old Kamakura Kaido.
That vital samurai road.
Exactly. Connecting Edo Castle out towards, well, modern-day Chiba.
So what's left of all that today? How can you connect with this shogun past?
Well, the biggest link, the real hidden gem here, is Komazawa Olympic Park.
The park itself.
The huge green space that's basically the heart of the old falconry grounds. It's amazing how Tokyo preserved that kind of space.
Wow.
So, you walk across the main lawn, or you're jogging on those paths.
Yeah.
You almost, close your eyes and hear the horses, maybe the falcons, some of those big old trees in the park. They probably saw it all.
Silent witnesses. That's incredible.
And right next door, there's Komazawa University.
Okay, a modern campus.
Modern, yes, but the land itself still holds that history. If you find a quiet spot, maybe near where the old road used to run, you can feel it.
So for you, the listener, it's a chance to find this surprising sense of space in Tokyo.
You connect with history while you're just, having a picnic or going for a run, a bit of time travel.
Okay, but the story changes, right? Things didn't stay feudal forever.
Not at all. The Meiji-era brought big shifts. Around 1907, different hoofbeats started echoing.
Oh.
The Tokyo racecourse was built right there in Komazawa, one of the city's first official horse racing tracks.
So from falcons to finish lines.
Pretty much. Big crowds, excitement, a real social hub.
And then, well, history intervened again. World War II.
Right. Racing stopped. The military took over the grounds for a while. But after the war, this same land, which had seen hunting, then racing, then conflict.
It got another life.
A huge one. 1964, the Tokyo Olympics. Komazawa became the main secondary venue.
Hosting things like football, volleyball.
Yeah, it was a massive symbol of Japan's post-war comeback. National pride on display.
And you can still see reminders of that Olympic era very clearly.
Absolutely. The most obvious one is the Komazawa Olympic Park Central Memorial Tower.
That tall structure in the middle.
Built specifically for the 64 games. If you go to the observation deck and you get these amazing panoramic views.
Of the whole park, the former racecourse, the Olympic site.
The whole sweep. And on a good day, Mount Fuji in the distance, it really helps you grasp all those layers of history visually.
Fantastic. What else from the Olympics?
Don't miss the Komazawa Athletic Stadium. That was a key venue. Still host big track meets, sometimes concerts.
And the architecture itself is significant.
Oh, yeah. It's classic 1960s modernism. Clean lines, concrete, very representative of that post-war rebuilding spirit.
Actually, we found a cool detail about the stadium.
Yep.
Its shape is original, but apparently the color isn't. It used to be just plain concrete gray.
Is that right?
Yeah, supposedly if you watch really early episodes of the old Kamen Rider TV show from like 1971.
Wow, Kamen Rider.
They filmed there, and you can see the stadium before it was painted its current color.
Huh. That's brilliant. It reminds you that even historical things change over time. Nothing stays exactly the same.
So for you visiting, it's a chance to stand right on an Olympic site, get that amazing view from the tower, and see some important post-war architecture.
But Komazawa isn't just about grand events like shoguns or Olympics. There's a really strong everyday human history, too.
Like what?
Well, think about post-World War II. Japan was facing really severe shortages. Everything was scarce.
Tough times.
Really tough. And in Komazawa, especially near where the old Komazawa station for the Tokyo Tamagawa Line used to be.
Yeah.
These black markets popped up. Yami-ichi.
Ah, the black markets. Essential for survival, then.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Chaotic, maybe, but full of resilience. People bartering, selling whatever they could find. Just everyday grit.
And those markets didn't just disappear.
No. As the economy got back on its feet, they gradually cleaned up, became legitimate shopping streets, and they're still the heart of the local community today.
So where can we see that?
The best place is Komazawa Ichibangai Shopping Street and the little alleys branching off it.
Okay. What's it like?
It's not glitzy or touristy. It feels very local. You know, an arcade covers part of it. You'll find shops that have been there for decades.
Like old sweet shops.
Traditional sweets, little old-school coffee shops, kisaten, family-run noodle places, greengrocers, real neighborhood places.
Proper Shitamachi feel, the old downtown vibe.
Exactly. And if you really look closely in some of the side alleys, you might even spot little traces on the ground, marks hinting where the old train line tracks were.
That's subtle. So for you, the listener, this is where you dive into authentic, everyday Tokyo.
Yeah, grab some local food that isn't aimed at tourists, maybe some pickles made with local daikon radish.
Find some unique souvenirs in the little shops.
And just soak up the atmosphere of a street that's seen a lot of history.
Speaking of local character, we should probably mention Sakura Shinmachi nearby.
Ah, yes. Sazae-san Town.
Right. Famous as the setting for that classic manga. It's interesting because unlike areas around it, Sakura Shinmachi has really held on to its town feel.
It has, hasn't it? Less built up, wider sky maybe. It resisted becoming a big city hub like Sangenjaya or Yoga.
Why is that, do you think?
Well, one interesting theory we came across, from a local bar owner, apparently,
Okay.
dates back to the Taisho era. Land just south, in Fukuzawa, was divided up for military officers' homes. Army officers, mostly.
Ah, so that created a certain atmosphere.
Yeah, maybe a more conservative vibe that wasn't keen on big, bustling commercial development right next door. It's subtle, but it shapes things.
And you can still feel that town vibe in places there.
Definitely. Like Masudaya, an old soba noodle shop. Been there over 40 years. It feels like stepping back in time, almost.
Wow. Any others?
The planetarium at the local education center. Back when it opened, it was a huge deal for local kids, apparently. Still feels very much like a community resource. And there's a jazz bar, Cherry Jam.
A jazz bar?
Yeah, opened quietly back in '97 on the 3rd floor, above a McDonald's of all places.
Yeah.
Still run by the original owner and his son. Hasn't really changed. It's just the town's bar.
These places really capture that blend of past and present. Okay, let's shift focus a bit. From the streets to something more spiritual, perhaps.
Komazawa has those layers, too.
Yeah.
Back when it was countryside, falconry grounds,
Yeah.
the local farmers had their own beliefs.
Simple, everyday faith.
Exactly. And one of the oldest anchors for that is Tamagawa Jinja, Tamagawa Shrine.
How old are we talking?
Set to date back over 400 years, maybe to the Muromachi period. Dedicated to gods for good harvests, peace in the area. The usual vital concerns.
And these traditions survive.
They do. But beyond the main shrine, there's something even more, maybe, hidden. Relics of a folk belief called Koshin.
Koshin, what's that?
It was this belief, popular in the Edo period, about staying awake all night on specific Koshin nights, which happened every 60 days.
Why stay awake?
The belief was it stopped these 3 worms inside your body from sneaking up to heaven while you slept and reporting your bad deeds to the gods.
Wow, okay. That's specific.
Isn't it? And to mark these nights, and also ask for blessings and safe travels, people erected stone markers along the roads. Koshin towers.
So you can still find these?
You can. Tamagawa Jinja is a lovely, quiet spot in itself, tucked away. But finding the Koshin towers or other little guardian statues called dozoshin is like a treasure hunt.
Where would you look?
Tiny side streets, sometimes right up against a house wall, under a tree in a forgotten corner. They're small stone carvings, often with Dexter characters etched on them.
Like little pieces of Edo-era history just sitting there.
Exactly. A real connection to the everyday faith of ordinary people hundreds of years ago. It's a mini archaeological adventure.
That's fascinating. Any other sort of traditional echoes?
Well, there's a subtle link to craftsmanship, too. Indigo dyeing, isomai.
Yeah, right. The blue dye.
Yeah. From Edo times into the early Showa period, the wider Tamagawa area, including parts of Komazawa, had small workshops doing indigo dyeing.
Why there?
Good, clean water from the Tawa River nearby, and open space to dry the fabrics. You could probably smell the indigo in the air back then.
Are there any dye houses left?
Not the big old ones. But you can find echoes of that appreciation for craft. Keep an eye out for small, low-key handicraft workshops or shops, maybe in Komazawa or nearby places like Todoroki.
Focusing on natural materials, maybe.
Often, yeah.
Yeah.
Natural dyes, handmade textiles, things made with care. They're like the quiet descendants of that craft tradition.
A different kind of souvenir.
Definitely. And if you wander down to the Tama River banks, you can kind of imagine the scene, dyers washing fabrics in the stream. Connects you to that blue memory.
So for you, the listener, it's about finding these unique handmade things, appreciating local aesthetics beyond mass production. So Komazawa, as we've kind of explored today, it's not really about giant, flashy landmarks, is it?
No, not at all. Its real charm is quieter. It's how all these different layers of history have just settled in, naturally, alongside modern life.
You've got the shogun's horses,
The cheers from the Olympics.
the chatter of the old black markets,
The smell of indigo, maybe.
the quiet prayers marked by those stone towers.
Yeah, all these stories are just there. Embedded in the park, in the shopping street, the shrine, those little stones in the alleys, a piece of handmade pottery in a shop.
So we hope, for you, the listener, that you'll take these sort of story keys we've talked about and maybe slow down a bit next time you're in an area like this. Look up at that memorial tower and imagine the Olympics.
Taste something from an old shop and think about the generations before.
Find one of those Koshin towers, maybe.
Exactly. Let that history kind of seep into the present moment. It adds so much depth.
Komazawa really is a fascinating spot to experience that Shitamachi, that everyday Tokyo history, alongside its modern pulse.
It truly is. Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
What other hidden histories are shaping the places we walk through every day? The places we think we know?
Something to think about.
We'll leave you with that thought. See you next time for another deep dive.